Hello everyone, welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4. We are trampling Afghanistan with about 100 casualties. Oh, 138, oh dear. Oh boy, that's bad. Actually no, it's pretty good. Hi. Thanks. Tasty. Let's get back to the meat of things. In Turkey. Got a penalty. 16%. Bloody hell. It's only 4 divisions. We'll unassign 4 at some point before the war. Now, we were planning on going to war in Romania, but Legionnaire Romania has joined the Axis. Frankly, historically accurate, but there's no war between Hungary and Romania for once. Sort of annoying. Probably because we took some of their land here, like Bukovina, Bessarabia, that sort of jazz. Our front's starting to look pretty good. We have 130 people here. A lot of them are still training, but that's fine. They'll be fine. We're also starting to build our followed line all along these rivers. You know, in the worst case scenario. We need to be prepared for things like this. Might put some extra fortresses in things like Minsk and Grodno maybe. Smolensk, Vitebsk. That sort of places. It's important to defend our ports. There we go, we're building some more civilian factories in the meanwhile. Move those up. There we go. We're also building some dockyards. So we'll be getting ourselves some more destroyers. And some more convoys. We're building up to nearly 400 convoys now, so we can get some Lend-Lease if need be. Actually, we just finished our pilot for destroyers. Interesting. Get me 2 Project 21s. We'll deploy them in... I don't know, I'd like to say, hey, we'll deploy them in... we'll just go for the Sevastopol in the Crimea. That's fine. And then we'll put more into convoys. That'll be great. Just build me 2 battleships. That'd be great. 12 days until we have Engineer Company 2, and that will be lovely. Time feels like it's going pretty slowly, I'm not gonna lie. Also, the sound seems to be silent. But that might have been me. There we go. It's back! Yay! It really does feel like the game is going quite a bit slower for some reason. I say for some reason, there's bloody fighting going on all the way over here. That's more like it. We've got parts of France and America fighting over here. That's interesting. It's nice to see that the Axis are getting their shins kicked already. The Maginot Line here is practically surrounded, but it's still holding on. That's Engineer Company 2. German Reich declared on Denmark. They're going to declare on everyone. Second Vienna Award is going to mess things up over here. Research me things like... I know, Signal Company is bugged right now. Apparently. We can get recon, I suppose. Let's take a look at things like the KV-1. Or maybe... no. Work on the doctrines. I'm not gonna really bother with air doctrines. We'll get the LAC 3. Denmark joined the Allies. How wonderful. German Reich declared on Norway. Operation Weserübung is in full effect. Yeah, you guys joined the Allies, so we're not going to declare war on you. How's Sweden doing? Non-aligned, but bloody democratic. That's fine. Nothing to worry about there. We have our 28 troops over here. We'll just unassign like one of them. Another penalty on the 4%. There we go. Border guards. We'll start justifying on Turkey. So, rocket artillery, excellent. We might use them on our tanks, who knows? We've got a 50% here, get 50% extra soft attack. 15, not 50. There we go. Things are happening. Feels like the game's really slow, I'm not gonna lie. Even on 5 times speed here. Oh, they've finally done it. They're about to take Paris. Yep, they're now fighting for it. I think they're winning because they're just pushing everywhere. France has collapsed. It's official. So that means that the fall of Paris, there we go. The German Reich seems unstoppable. I think they'll sort out the mess that is Italy and Albania. The United States is just freedoming all the way in the boot. They're driving a boot like there's nothing stopping them, which might well be true. France is about to fall. The Belgians are still holding on in Antwerp. Are still holding on in Antwerpen. Might be the British Expeditionary Force. Who knows? I mean, they've got units all over in Rome and Italy, Genoa. The death of Rudolf Hess. Deputy Führer Rudolf Hess was killed yesterday when the Royal Air Force intercepted a heavy fighter he was flying off of the coast of Scotland. The exact nature of his mission remains unclear. Although Hess was an accomplished pilot, he flew alone, and his airplane does not appear to have been armed. His remains were recovered by British authorities, but a state funeral with an empty coffin has been scheduled in Berlin. Hitler was reported as being visibly distraught by the death of his old friend. So historically, Rudolf Hess took his heavy fighter and flew in Scotland, and landed because he wanted to make a separate peace with the United Kingdom. They locked him up in the Tower of London for his efforts, and Adolf Hitler basically ended up calling him a bloody idiot. The United States have been contained down here. That's bad, I suppose. Well, here's the thing, it's not really bad for us, but it would have been better if they weren't. We'll get a ship designer, there we go. Because we're starting to do some naval stuff now. At the very least, it'll help us research things like naval landings, which we won't probably need, but you never know. We're gonna do mucking about in Turkey, we might as well. They're mostly non-aligned, but they might want to join the Axis, which is going to be a problem. France has capitulated. Germany did not accept their surrender, and therefore they went for full occupation. Interesting. So, historically, when Paris fell, France basically gave up, and Germany left them like the southern parts of France. And they basically established Vichy France over there, and they took control of all the provinces, all the colonies, etc. And Vichy France was basically a puppet regime. They were fascists. I think they eventually got annexed. Pretty sure, at some point. But yeah, there was autonomous France for a while, sort of. Recruitment is going pretty well. We've got our upgraded rocket artillery. So it's got like, I don't know, like 57 soft attack now, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. But we'll get a production line of that rolling. We might actually want to research motorized rocket artillery. Yeah. The way to do that is get the BM-13 Katyusha. Love it. Which is basically a rack of rockets thrown on the back of a truck. How more Russia can you be? They're defending Japan. That's bad. They're now making a united border with us. The Treaty of Craiova. More concessions have been forced onto legionnaire Romania. Interesting. Territory was annexed from Romania in 1913. Wow. So they've taken like southern Derpdigital over here. Interesting, they're still screwing over Romania, even though... Ooh, Trotsky survives the assassination attempt. That worm! Oh, he needs to die at some point. Yeah, this is really bad. We have a piece of unprotected front right now. We can't really squeeze that in, unfortunately. Can we extend your... Yeah, it works. It works. It's not great. They'll probably manage to push through, as they have a superior numbers advantage over there. Which is why we need more infantry. Just hold the line, comrades! Mother Russia will be proud. Yeah, we don't get anything from you, so let's switch it out for field hospitals. We can get support rocket artillery. That's fine. And it's saved. There we go. We now have a ton of trickleback. So, you know, our troops will never run out of manpower. Now I'm definitely certain that we won't ever have to change our manpower laws. It'll be wonderful. So if we were to switch, we'd lose defense, we'd lose hard attack, we'd gain soft attack. No, it's fine, we'll keep it. And then we've got support AT, there we go. And we might add some Katyushas on here. That'd be fun. Of course, we'll have to research them first. We can see a naval battle happening there. Interesting. Now let's keep an eye out on Germany for fending Japan. Deep operations. That's good. Max planning. Yes, that's very nice. Extra planning is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It's now August of 1940. I don't trust you, Hitler. I'm not sure why. But yeah, the UK has been being pushed back. Turkish workers, your liberation is near. They'll probably join the Axis, which might actually be bad for us. Well, nobody's guaranteeing them. I mean, you should still be fighting the Allies, etc. And Turkey doesn't have a lot of Democrats or anything, so they shouldn't join a faction, just like Afghanistan. Rest in pieces. And the best part is because we had that in a separate war, nobody cares. Demolish these air wings. There we go. It's not going to be a core for us to deploy from, but at the very least we can always... Oh! We actually have Finland to deploy, and that's pretty cool. And didn't think that would be. Anyway, that's nice. We've got a lot of troops holding this line now. Might have to send some over here. Yeah, we'll divide the front. Maybe next episode. In between next episode, who knows. It's not gonna be... We're not gonna be fighting the Germans yet. UK is being squished slowly. The US is back. So, you know, it's definitely a mess down here. Improved artillery upgrade, excellent. 1.2 years ahead of time. Oh, we haven't gone for those yet. IL-2 Illusion, IL-2 Sturmovik is done. Excellent. And then the IL-10. Beautiful. gonna get? Do we want to get like a SV2M? Or do we want to get support weapons? Definitely support weapons. We have a ton of infantry, we need them to defend. We're about to get another wave of units, excellent. How's our medium tank production doing? T-34s producing at a reasonable rate. We've got a ton of backlog of T-26s, etc. And a couple of light tank ones. Generic. From our Baltic buddies. We are now building our land forts, which is nice. They're actually coming along pretty quickly. I think this line's already fortified. I think we'll add it up to 3, there we go. Justification is finished. Excellent. What I'll probably do is I'll make a safe because I don't want to be fighting the Axis. And we'll scum it. There we go, we've added everything up to 3 forts. You know, strength in numbers and all that. It'll give them 50% penalty per level. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, scums have been made. Let's see how we do. Looks to be going fine. There's a lot of troops here though. We'll make it work. Thankfully they didn't join the Axis or anything. We're actually not making a lot of progress, I'm not gonna lie. Italy declared war on Greece. Greece joined the Allies. Good, sure. Anti-fascist diplomacy is done. We need to not be in an offensive war. You know what? That's fine. We'll approve the Stalin line at some point. Far East fortification. Excellent. Now, because we have mountain troops, we should be able to knock through here at some point. I'm actually going to slow it down now because the game sped up quite a bit. They've abandoned this province for some reason. I will happily take it. Don't get me wrong. Support this attack. There we go. We've taken some casualties, but we'll get there. The LAC 3. Excellent. Give me the SB2M. Production. I'd like LAC 3. Sturmovik. And we're working on a better technical bomber. It'll work out just fine. Nothing to worry about. There we go, this province is about to break. Should then be able to break this province. We'll force our way through slowly. It'll be fine. Meanwhile, this front is now at 150 divisions. It's going to be slowing our game down at some point, so we've got to be prepared for that. There we go, take another province. Support him from the side. There we go, we are marching in. And there's my food. So what I'll do is I'll probably stop recording and go eat dinner. We're now up to 500 convoys. I think that's a decent amount. Well, I'm being delivered my food, which is always nice. Yeah, once if I get my food in a minute, like I've just been handed a milkshake. While milkshake's good, I'm gonna keep going until I get the milkshake. For some reason, we're still trying to struggle over here. We've lost a lot of troops. Let's call off this attack, despite it going pretty well. If we can cut them off, that'd be better. Although they're gonna fall back because we might be able to cut them off. So with a bit of luck, we won't have to fight them. just keep breaking their lines. Like, it's gonna be hard to push through here, despite being, like, properly armed. Have some air control. We'll take matters into our own hands. 300 of you. And get some close air support flying in here. You guys can go over there. If we can cut them off and just kill a bunch of troops, that'd be amazing. You all go there. 2 of you can support that push.
Zijn jullie geen voordeel aan kroket?
Nee, hoeft niet.
Echt niet?
Alright, that's the rest of my food. I will be back later. At some point. Alright, so I've actually gone and looked up like what the fronts were called that the Red Army had in the Second World War. In June 1941 they had the Northern, Northwestern, Western, Southwestern, Southern and Far Eastern fronts. And then in mid-war they had the Karelian Front, Leningrad, Volkhov, Kalinin Front, Central, Bryansk, Moscow Defense Zone, Moscow Line of Defense, that sort of jazz. Caucasian, Crimean, Stalingrad, Steppe, that sort of stuff. And then late wars like the 1st, 2nd and 3rd Baltic, a couple of Belarusian fronts, a couple of Ukrainian fronts, and some Far Eastern fronts as well. So basically, it's all a big mess. We're going to be sticking to like 3 major ones or something. We had like these guys with these guys. Unassign all of them. We'll make, what shall we call this? We'll make this the Baltic front. Because that's pretty clear. Baltic front, there we go. We're gonna have some crappy generals in charge. We might have to split them up in smaller ones. Which would lead to a lot of micro, unfortunately. But it would be the better way of making sure that we don't die. And we'll make a new army here. And this will be... Huh. Good point. What will this be? We can make this the Belarusian front. There we go. I'd like you to get rid of all your orders. And we have Baltic front. You guys are going to be very Baltic, etc. You'll stretch like over there. That'll be fine. We'll give you blue. There you go. Blue for Baltic. Then we have Belarusian front. We'll have you take up that. And then we have the Polish front, which is sort of obsolete. We'll make you guys the Crimean front. Crimean front will go there, mainly. Hopefully this will be fine. Then we've got some smaller units like the dedicated tank army, Finnish front, Japanese front, that sort of stuff. We'll try to find some better commanders at some point. Yeah, as it stands, we'll mainly be reinforcing Baltic and Belarusian. We'll sort of end this, and then we'll assign these guys to the Baltic front. And it'll be like 10-ish more units. There we go. You guys can go, and honestly, we don't need 6. I'll set your location to be over here, a little bit more central. You guys will be Belarusian front. Lovely. We'll start ordering, like... I'll order the theater, like, in between episodes or something. Crimean front. Why can't we click and drag these to rearrange them? That's annoying. Get on it, Paradox. That'd be nice. You guys will basically push with the tank army over there. Baltic front. I'd like you guys to take up, perhaps, this part of Germany. And then we get the Belarusian front. Your task will be to push over there. So this will be a mess, but it's at least going to be a bit more organized, and people won't like strategically redeploy from this point to that point, which will be very useful. There we go. Actually, we have some downtime. We might as well start doing things like, oh, Japanese for front. Far East. Join wars request from Mongolia. Sure. Not trying to push all that hard, but you know, making sure that we get it would probably be a good idea. You can go over there in the meanwhile. We've got the Far Eastern Theater over here with Japan. Honestly, you guys just push. Then we've got Finnish front. We'll make you into new theater as well. We'll call it Scandinavian Theater. You're just supposed to hold there. That's fine. Crimean front. Your fallback line will be. So we'll prepare you a fallback line just in case. All along this conveniently shaped fallback line over here. There we go. That'll be Crimean front. Then we have Baltic front. I'd like you guys to have a fallback line from here along the river to roughly over there. Like how it actually colors them like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. Belarusian front. Your fallback line, should you need it, is over here. It's quite narrow. So yeah, that is our front line basically organized. We are recruiting 1 million people. I mean, you say I'm over-exaggerating. I may not be all that far off, in fact. We'll keep exercising everyone. We'll deploy those guys, because why not? Up to 59 units in the Baltic front. That's good, because it's going to be a big front line. What are the Mountaineers doing in the meanwhile? Well, they were on pause mostly, but it's nice to have this organized. That push is not going all too well. How is our casualties looking? 41 to 42. So we're technically winning in terms of casualties, but then again we have 1 million more men we can throw at this. So not at all surprising that it managed to work out. Do you honestly not attack them and just focus on surrounding them? I mean, that'd be nice. Which one of you is actually... Who is attacking? Like, why? Why would you attack? That's dumb! Don't! You freaking AI! God, I swear to God, sometimes you should... Yeah, we tell you to not do something. Oh, that means we better go and do it, right? No! Attack over there! This is so annoying. I keep telling them, yo, don't do this! So they go ahead and do it! Again and again and again! I will cancel your orders, damn it! You're not supposed to do suicidal charges like that! At least that's the theory, anyway. Your experience may vary, and all that. bloody micro it myself if I have to. Which is annoying because I thought the AI would at least be capable of something on their own. But apparently I'm mistaken. I don't want to throw lives away when we can not lose them. Here we go, we're about to win this flank. These guys are fleeing slowly but surely. Right, we never deployed those guys. There we go. Air superiority. Oh, nice. That's exactly what we needed. I can probably push that, especially with some support. There we go, we have the province. We can tie them down. Or just push, I don't care. That's the best part. It doesn't have to matter. Got some fighting going on, but mainly we have air superiority. Lost some fighters, killed some of theirs. Like some strange maneuvers there, I'm not gonna lie. Right, let's push traps on. If we can cut them off, that'd be great. Kill some troops. We can modify the government, we'll do that in a second. Actually, we can get military high command. And then from close air support to minus enemy air support. Don't really care about amphibious assault. Probably gonna go with either of these. We'll negate enemy air support if we can. Because the Germans have a tendency of sending up Stukas. And providing close air support and all that. So let's try and prevent that. Unfortunately, our surrounding action here sort of backfired. I say backfired, I mean it just flat out failed. We're taking traps on though. Ooh, we've got the Katyusha. Excellent. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. Oh right, we need to produce the Katyusha to use in motorized rocket artillery. There we go. I'm smart. Right, well that's great. Let's research field hospitals. Why? Because they're pretty good. We might as well make use of them. You're going to be going there, you might as well push there. There we go, make sure that we win, even though we're already destined to win that one anyway. Try and whirl around over here. We are making ground. We are gaining ground, we're not making ground. Had some reinforcements jump in here, which is annoying. That cancelled our attack and we didn't have any support, so we were temporarily losing. There we go, we'll march into that province. More fighting is happening. We have clear air superiority at least. Unfortunately, we don't have enough space on that airfield for any of our planes. What we'll do instead... I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do instead. We'll deploy the interwar bombers. Sure, why not? Support that attack because we can. You guys can push that. They're fighting multiple fights. They're actually low on supply. Or is that us? That's us, we're low on supply. Why is that? Oh. Yeah, we're sort of overstretching here. That makes sense. We could just force him on the back foot. That's easy. Bye. Hopefully you keep attacking because you were tying down a giant amount of their troops, which makes it easier for us to push over here. And we're basically pushing all along the front. It'll be soon. It won't be long until we take like the rest, and we might invade Iraq to secure oil. Also, there's a little bit of France here left. You could use some support there. You can push that. You can push that. There we go. Hit them while they're on the run. They're trying to take over that province, or at least take it back, which is fair enough. Rather keep it though, if you don't mind. Far East fortification is done. Sweet. Operation Z. At least 200 infantry equipment stored in stockpile, which basically helps the Chinese out. Let's get women in aviation. There we go. We'll make that attack work. Easy. There they go. You guys can basically make that work, right? You guys will get some support from here. Excellent. This is going to get reinforced, so we won't lose the province. We're moving up in life. Things are looking up. Soon we'll have Turkey. We'll just support attacks, etc. We're not really planning too much, but at the same time, it'd be nice to finally take Turkey. Being attacked here. Yeah, overall, their air force doesn't have a lot to say on the matter. Whereas we basically control the skies. It is now January 1941. The war is coming quite close to our borders now. Naval rearmament. I think they might be going for Operation Barbarossa at some point. They haven't started justifying against us though, which is nice. Actually, if you guys can cut them off over there, that'd be lovely, but no. That is not gonna be a thing. They're now all piling into there, which means we might be able to stack up in there now. Like, if we could just cut a bunch of them off and kill them off, that'd be great. Casualties 59 and 90, so we have swung it in our favor. At last. We'll attack here to delay them and slow them down. At least that's the official party language. Push, support, excellent. Turkey is basically crumbling, even though they might not realize it yet. There we go, we're now piling in on them from there. This round over here did not work as planned. That's fine. We're pushing them in front of us now, which also works. Support weapons 3, excellent. Better at everything, which is always nice. Everything's a year ahead of time. Oh, artillery, still a year. Anti-tank can be upgraded though. That'll be very much appreciated. There we go. We'll start a counter push from, we'll start a big push from here. We'll get these guys to wheel around. They'll die soon enough. You can literally push that front now. You guys can both start attacking. These guys are breaking because of their multiple combats. You can go forward and you can support that. Things are going very well. Turkey will cave soon enough. We'll help you support that. There we go. We're getting closer to the capital of Ankara. All we need is Istanbul, to be fair. After that, it's pretty much done. These guys are about to get an encirclement penalty, which will drastically reduce their performance. You can run for it, dude. There we go. Hit up all the plans. We'll get all these fleets to search and destroy in the Black Sea. There we go. Might take out some of their troop transports over here and basically kill off their troops, which would be nice. Strategically redeploying to not get cut off. If you can cut them off. Speaking of cutting them off, if we could, that would be grand. Fighting is definitely harsh. We're losing a lot of troops here. When I say we're losing a lot of troops, we're losing some troops. I'm not in the Soviet spirit just yet. There we go, we just killed a bunch of them. There's some submarines here. We should be able to take them. Depends on like the fleet we encounter them with, but yeah. Why don't you break this front? Come on, they're nearly broken. Keep these guys occupied so that we can surround them and kill them. There we go, you all push in there. You guys walk over there. I don't think they're occupying that province in particular. Which would make it a lot easier to cut off these million people. I say a million people. It's more like 9 divisions. You know, it's still something. We're definitely making progress over here. It's wonderful. We'll stop one province short of their capital, although they're moving a troop out of their capital, so you know. We'll be there shortly. There we go. It's not that hard. Yeah, they're trying to push back, which is annoying. I get it, but it's annoying. Like, stop resisting. Just let us cut you off. There we go. I'll be right back. Well, that was nothing world-choking. It was basically someone, an energy company, like, asking for better, if we want to switch providers to cheaper energy or whatever. Anyway, he's gone, and the Turkish are about to be gone. I want to get some more T-34s. And then we'll get some more LAC 3s. And we'll get another Sturmovik factory. Sturmoviks are pretty good. We're now holding the line here. These 9 divisions are about to get very sweaty. Actually, all these people are about to get very sweaty indeed. They're gonna get cut off. How unfortunate. We've caught like 30 divisions. I say how unfortunate. Of course, it is the most fortunate scenario we've had in a while in this war. Say that, but we haven't really had any difficulties fighting them. It really can be understated. Like, Turkey was pretty easy. The only reason we're taking a lot of casualties is because of the mountains. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, let's make sure these guys get cut off completely and then die a horrible death. You guys can definitely assign to that little pocket. There we go. Got a decent amount of people here, like 8. And then there's 22 over. Yeah, it's 30, like 31. Excellent. Nice catch. Very nice catch indeed. Infantry equipment 2. Excellent. Mechanized 1. You know what? Do it. Yeah. They're already on low supply. They're going to be attritioning for a while now. Just making sure that their breakout attempt fails. No more planes. Planes are fun. They're also pretty useful at killing the fascist invaders. If there are any. Which there might well be, you know? Germany's looking pretty strong over there. I mean, they don't have as much soil as the Soviet Union has, but hey. They might get there at some point, and we don't want them to get there. We can make the front go pop. No, that would be nice. We'll support this push first with everyone. There we go. Just make sure they attrition to death. That'll be fine. Resistance to occupation in trap zone. I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen. Some Turkish jerk doesn't like us. They revolt and they blow up all their stuff. How close is Turkey to surrender? 54%, they're pretty strong. Anyway guys, I'm gonna end this episode here because I've been going on for quite a while. We've taken the Baltics, we've unified the fronts, and we're marching into Turkey like, hey, it's Thanksgiving. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video then please do leave a like down below. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. And if you want to see more, why not subscribe? Anyway, until next time, have a good one folks.